awful animation, pitiful plots, and crappy characters are all symptoms of trash anime. And kind of like actual trash anime just piles up and is overlooked. So I thought to myself, hey, all of this generic anime can't be unwatchable, right? And that's why I got the idea for this series. Dumpster diving trash anime to see if there are any hidden gems to be discovered. And today we're going to start off with the complete opposite of that. A show that has no potential of ever being called a hidden gem with Makina-san's Lovebot. It may be new, but trust me, it's truly a bottom of the barrel anime. And if you haven't heard of it, congrats. You are at bare minimum a decent human being. But if you are a fan of this show, seek help. No, seek help immediately. But after this video. Okay, this story starts off with the Tesla robot? No. With the Tesla sex bot? No. With the Tesla assassin sex bot, who they strangely designed to be disguised as a high school girl. A little questionable on that. But it is Japan, so I'm just thankful we didn't get my Tesla assassin sex bot sister. But this story starts off with the Tesla assassin sex bot finding this high school kid so this kid happens to be a genius engineer. Wait, Elon, is that you? And she one day shows up at his house and asks him to fix her due to her house being destroyed. And once he fixes this robot, she pretty much just stays with him due to her house being destroyed, as mentioned earlier. And this follows their hijinks, if you're going to call it hijinks. And side note, before I start getting to talking about the episodes, I knew the show was going to be trash before it even came out. 2025, I was scrolling down the list reading the little synopsis of what the show is going to be about. And I stumbled across this show, read what it was about, and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be trash. And surely once this show finishes airing, no one's going to be talking about it. But how wrong was I? Because here I am talking about it. And 37 seconds into the show, two questions already popped into my head. One, how did this show get greenlit? Like, who approved of this? And two, how is this animation still better than the beginning after the end? Like, seriously, how? But getting back into episode 1, it's just pretty much just a setup for how the season's going to play out, how the house blowing up, pretty much everything that happened in the synopsis is episode 1. But one thing that didn't sit right with me immediately into the show, outside of those two questions, was they made Elon look really like a loser. They like really exaggerated his loserdom. He had a bowl cut. No offense to anybody with a bowl cut. Wait, all offense to everybody got a bowl cut. You can't fight, you got a bowl cut. Can't do nothing to me. They made him fall in love with the Tesla assassin sex robot after one conversation. He self-admittedly said, this is our first conversation and I think I'm in love. I know this is a typical Japan generic anime thing, but it's still a loser trait. What is this? Rent a Girlfriend Part 2? Or rent a Tesla assassin sex robot girlfriend? But after watching this series up to episode 6, because I couldn't take any more of it, but watching it up to episode 6, I felt this show did 3 distinct good things throughout the entirety of the run that it's not salvageable. This show is not salvageable, but let me adore for at least 6 episodes. 1, the episodes were 12 minutes. I know it's 12 minutes down the drain, but it's only 12. It could be 20. That's one thing. 2, it had pretty good animation. I cannot lie. The animation is pretty decent as opposed to other shows. What is animating, I can't stand up for, but the way they did it, hey, get on their flowers. And 3, their intro song is fire. Not the intro. The intro visuals is just as bad as the rest of the show. But the song they put with it, the song is a bop, not gonna lie. The song is a hit record. But again, back into the series. Episode 2 starts with the Tesla assassin sex robot showing off her titties for 10 minutes. Literally, that's all that happens in that show. Somebody got paid to animate titties for 10 minutes. They did it well too, not gonna lie. But they also introduced her friend, who also is a freaky normal girl. After that, it's just nothing much happened in the episode, nothing really to talk about. Episode 3, same as episode 2. They just took a bath this time. Somebody still got paid to animate titties for 10 minutes. Again, I bet they love their job. Episode 4, they actually switched stuff around. They, instead of the first 2-3 episodes on them making sex jokes inside the room with a naked robot, they actually put clothes on the Tesla assassin sex robot. They leave the apartment room and they make sex jokes outside. Truly peak anime. Goku, who? And as you can see so far with this synopsis, I'm not going really into depth. There's no depth to go into. Okay, by the time I got to episode 5, 2 more things that popped into my head. People actually waited week by week for these nothing episodes. Like, nothing's going on. And 2, they still have better animation than the beginning after the end. Like, what was Studio 8 Cat doing? Was they spending all their money on blowing hookers or something? Like, what was you doing with the animation budget? Sorry for that rant. Back to the glorious Tesla sex robot. Alright, episode 5. These high school kids actually go to high school this time, and this marks a momentous occasion in the anime, being this the first joke that was actually funny. It wasn't ha funny like 10 out of 10 you gotta hear this joke. It was like a 4 or 5 out of 10 joke. It made me giggle a little bit, maybe because my brain was already rotted from watching all these bad sex jokes that they actually didn't tell a sex joke for one time, or it told actually decent sex joke that it made me giggle. I can't lie, it made me giggle. Outside of that, one joke that made me laugh was just surrounded by bad sex jokes. Episode 6, nothing happened again. And then I made the executive decision to drop the show. I had all intentions on seriously reviewing this show, but to be honest, this is certified trash. And it's a scratch to even call it a show. And I know if any sane person who gave this show even 2 minutes is either amazed or looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy that I was able to get through 6 episodes? And I should say to them, well, it's not that bad if you watch it with the sound off, with the lights off, and the door locked. And wait, how did this lotion get here? But really, I learned at this episode 2, it doesn't really matter what the characters are saying. I skimmed through it, and outside of 1 or 2 bad jokes that I missed, I got the same experience of someone who watched all of this way without skipping. This anime is just 12 short episodes of them making trash sex jokes with a Tesla assassin sex robot and a young Elon Musk. And if you've seen 1 episode, you've basically seen them all. And 2 things to take away from this show. 1, don't watch this show around anybody you want to respect you. And 2, it still had better animation than the beginning after the end. Like, Studio A-Cat need to burn for what they did. Like, that studio need to be disbanded immediately. But that's all, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe. More to come. Leave a comment suggesting the next trash anime I review for this series. But other than that, have a blessed one. Die. Die. Die!